Alright, The Legend of Korra Season 2 Finale Episode 14. I'm really keen to see what happens in this. I have no idea how we're going to get from where we are now to the resolution that I'm assuming is going to happen. Like, currently, Rava's gone. Like, I don't know if that means Korra is the Avatar right now or not. What's going to happen with that? I have a couple little theories about how we could potentially get Rava back or something like that. Got to be something to do with Jinora for sure. The only other thing I have is that maybe there's a bit of Rava within Vaatu. Like, I remember Rava said something about that back in the episodes with Wan. Like, eventually, no matter who wins, the other one will eventually come back. But we're talking like 10,000 years. So I really don't know if that's plausible or not. But if this finale is anything like what the season 1 finale was like, I know I'm in for an absolute roller coaster. I'm going to have no idea what's going to happen for a good period of this, which I'm really excited about. A lot of the character arcs have already really come around thus far, but just like at the end of season 1, I'm expecting some pretty character defining and iconic moments. But with all that being said, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to go straight into this finale and see what it's all about. Like and subscribe, check out the Patreon for early access and uncut watch-along versions of all of these Korra reactions if you're interested. And with all that being said, enjoy the video. Chapter 14, Light in the Dark. Talk to me then, what that mean? Look at this, man.
But I need to know what kind of enemy we're dealing with.
Oh, he's here. Oh shit. Yo! I thought he was gonna blow up Republic City for a second, I'm not gonna lie.
It's time to take back the physical world.
Dude, immediately this is not where I thought we'd be. Look at this thing in his chest. That's looking a bit light. No, don't mess up with Aang's statue. He's so wrong for that. He's so wrong for that. Oh, that transition goes hard though.
Did you find Jinora?
She sensed the world was in grave danger.
She was right.
But what's she gonna do though?
Were you able to stop Unalaq and Vaatu?
No. They fused, then Vaatu ripped Rava right out of me and destroyed her. Vaatu won.
What happens? What happens? What happens?
Korra, can't you talk to one of your past lives or something?
When Vaatu destroyed Rava, he destroyed my connection to the past avatars too.
I got nothing.
The cycle is over.
Nah.
I'm the last avatar.
Nah. What if that's kind of real though? And she starts like the new cycle? I don't know, bro.
She needs you now, more than ever.
I have no idea what's gonna happen. Oh, the combination of like the bending and the Vaatu laser techniques are actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It's pandemonium in the streets. Giant vines are destroying everything. This is Shiro Shinobi signing off.
Oh, Varric, what are you saying?
Julie, commence Operation Winged Freedom.
Oh my god. These guys, man. Damn, is Varric gonna get involved in this?
May not be able to help you anymore, but perhaps I can.
No one can help me now.
She's mega depressed.
I know I haven't been the best mentor to you, but I realized it was because I had a lot of spiritual growth to do myself.
Good.
Let go of your attachment to who you think you are.
Oh, this is
Connect
good.
with your inner spirit.
This is good.
Rava is gone. I'm not connected to a spirit anymore.
I'm not talking about Rava.
Yeah.
Rava is not who you are.
Korra. Oh, it's like Tenzin last episode, man. That's perfect. Now he can show Korra.
This is the Tree of Time, and the legends say that its roots bind the spirit and physical worlds together.
I remember they called it the Tree of Time. Jinora found it in the book, no?
These are my memories.
Yo!
You have always been strong, unyielding, and fearless.
Avatar Wan.
Before he fused with Rava, Wan was just a regular person.
He was brave and smart and
Are you
always
not?
wanted to defend the helpless.
He became a legend because of who he was, not what he was. Connect to the cosmic energy of the universe. Don't bend the elements, but the energy within yourself.
Hey, that's what the lion tails be saying, man. Wait, what is she gonna do?
Thank you for not giving up on me.
This is gonna be really epic. I have no idea what it's gonna look like though. It's a big moment though, between Tenzin and Korra. It's what this whole season's been building towards.
If you and Vaatu have the same fight every 10,000 years, why hasn't one of you destroyed the other?
He cannot destroy light any more than I can destroy dark.
This is what I'd be saying.
Find the light in the dark.
Okay, okay. But where are we? Hey, Aang was here? Oh, shit! Aang was here, I remember this. Oh, that's epic, man. Oh, what that mean? Hey, yo? I mean, she can fight Vaatu like that. I didn't think it was gonna be like this though. Here she comes. Jesus. This is not what I expected.
Korra's back! And she's a blue giant!
Where's Jinora? Damn! Look at the contrasting colors. Sit him down. Damn. Dude, the Republic City looks so small. Soundtrack's going hard. Oh! I felt that one.
You're looking for something that is gone.
She's looking for Rava. I felt that too.
They're coming for Korra!
Oh, I almost forgot about lightning bending. Oh, this is epic. No. No, we've been here before. Come on now. Where's Jinora? Bro, the soundtrack is going so hard right now. Eska? And Desna, let's go.
Leave my Bolin alone!
Hey, talk to him then.
So done with spirits.
Eska! I love you!
This guy.
You're so romantic.
As long as they're happy, man.
I will be the one true Avatar.
Hey, you know who that is? It's Jinora.
She's beautiful.
What? Let me see.
Be careful, sweetie!
Dude, look at Jinora. Hey, yo. Talk to me. What that mean? Come on, Korra, get in there. Here we go. There was a combination of Jinora and a little bit of Rava still being in there. And here we go, here we go. Oh, this build. And that's gonna do it. Gone. Like, not even in prison, man, just gone.
Go in peace. Harmonic convergence is nearly over. We must return to the spirit world so we can fuse once again.
Uh-huh. Yo, look at that imagery. Epic.
I'll see you soon, Dad.
I was so worried that something was gonna happen to Jinora, man. There we go. There we go. Oh, that got to me a little bit.
Korra saved the world.
Where's Rava? Oh shit, there she is. Oh, that's pretty epic, man. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Now, do we close the portals back up though? Oh, that's really cool imagery.
Our avatar spirit has returned.
About all the past avatars. We still connected? I imagine so.
It's over.
Okay. What now? How do we finish this?
I don't even know what to say.
You were amazing.
And the way you turned all gigantic like that, wow!
I'm sorry about your father.
Yeah, that's
He
tough.
was already fused with Vatu. I couldn't save him.
It seems Cousin Korra is under the impression we are saddened by our father's demise.
In the end, he became a deplorable man.
Hey, they right though.
So, I was thinking, I'm not really a fan of the long-distance relationship thing. So how about you move to Republic City with me?
I do not think that will be possible.
Okay, Desna can come too.
I will not be joining you, Bolin. Desna and I must return home.
Okay.
But you said...
Eternal darkness was upon us.
And now it's not.
I became caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
This is where I think we needed to be with this though.
You will always hold a special place in the organ that pumps my blood. I will remember you fondly, my turtle duck.
That's nice, man. Hey.
Bumju, you're okay. I missed you, little buddy.
Oh, look at that.
Now that you're bonded with Rava once again, are you also reconnected to your past lives?
No. I think that link is gone forever.
I don't like that.
Why don't you close the portals and we'll go home?
No.
Maybe I shouldn't.
What do you mean?
What if Unalaq was right when he said the Avatar shouldn't be a bridge between the two worlds?
Oh.
What if Avatar 1 made a mistake when he closed the portals?
Hey.
What if humans and spirits weren't meant to live apart?
Agree.
Well, what do you think I should do?
I think you should trust your instincts. You are the Avatar. Whatever your decision, I support you.
Full circle this season. I love that. Full circle. It's all up to Korra now. What if she is the last Avatar?
Hey, can we talk?
Oh, this has to happen.
I broke up with you.
I remember.
Oh.
Being inside the Tree of Time brought it back.
Okay. That makes this a
Sorry
bit
for
easier.
blowing up at you.
I think we both said some things that we regret.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth in the first place?
I know I should have.
It's tough.
I guess part of me wanted to forget about the breakup too.
I think we both know that this... us... doesn't work.
That's tough, man.
You're right.
It's over. For real this time.
I think that's for the best. I mean, you don't break up with someone and then kiss them, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll always love you, Korra.
And I'll always love you.
Hey, as long as you guys are happy, man, you do you.
You want a hug?
Okay.
The war of the water tribes is over. The water tribes will always be allies.
Yep.
But the southern tribe is now independent.
Okay.
Has appointed my father, Tonraq, to be your new chief.
There we go. There we go.
I've realized that even though we should learn from those who came before us, we must also forge our own path. So that is why I've decided to keep the portals open.
I like this.
I will no longer be the bridge. Humans and spirits must learn to live together.
No, I like that a lot.
Harmonic convergence has caused a shift in the planet's energy. I can feel it.
Okay.
Things will never be the same again. We are entering a new age.
A new age. Boom Jew. And that's it. Wow. Now, the thing that kept entering my mind throughout this episode was, it's not the destination, it's the journey. And I think that sums up this season perfectly. It was a really good ride. It was written really well. But I think out of everything that happened this episode, the stuff between Tenzin and Korra was the most important and the stuff that I felt was the most impactful. I will not lie, this is not how I expected this episode to go at all. We ended up at the place that I thought we would. I think season 1 was perfect. The only thing I didn't like about season 1 was that it was only 12 episodes, you know? And I think this season and this episode in particular suffers from the same thing. I think if they had a little bit more time, the ending of this season could have been a lot better. Now I'll delve more into how I really feel about all of that in the discussion, because I can see this being more of a review of the whole season rather than just a review of this episode like I typically do. But all in all, now that I have the complete picture of this season, I can understand why people don't enjoy this season as much as at least season 1. I loved the journey. I loved going through this season. I think it was really well written. There's a couple of things here and there, but there always is. But I saw a lot of people, they only come back to watch this season for episodes 7 and 8, the Legend of One episodes as I call them. And I can appreciate that. I get that. But for what this season was and for what it was trying to do, they did a really good job of that. Alright, so first of all, I enjoyed the way this episode was structured. Like a lot of the jumping back and forth between Korra's fight with Unalaq and everyone else fighting the spirits in the spirit world. I really enjoyed that. I liked the involvement of Janora's family, like watching as Janora had her moment. And the way we had a decent amount of time at the end of the episode to kind of wrap up a lot of the loose ends. It didn't happen in the way I thought it would a lot of this. It's definitely a lot more open-ended, I feel, than season 1 was. But I'll go through the episode and I'll kind of explain my thought process as I went through the episode, and then I'll give like my whole review on the season as a whole. So what I didn't expect, because I instantly forgot that Unalaq and Vaatu left the spirit world, I didn't expect them to just be in Republic City and wreaking havoc. So immediately you feel the gravity of that situation. I think that was done really well. Also, Varric escaped and we never saw him again. I thought he might get more involved. I reckon Varric will be back in season 3 for sure. I reckon he was too much of a fan favorite, even though he did some silly things. I think he'll be back. But I enjoyed that. It felt very fitting for Vaatu and Unalaq to be like that, this big massive force, like about to, you know, flatten the world, like reshape the world. And as we go back into the spirit world, and Korra is just in a state, like she's lost Rava, she doesn't have her connection to the past avatars anymore. And it's Tenzin's time to step in, and we're going to come full circle with Tenzin and Korra's like character developments together this episode, which I think was done damn near perfectly. I can't really fault that. Tenzin's the one to come in and say, you need to be Korra, right? No, not the avatar, not Rava. You need to just be yourself here, because that's just something Tenzin's learned in the previous episode. That's what his character's been building towards this whole season. I really enjoy that. I think a lot of this has been not just Tenzin, but Korra trying to find herself, like who she is. Like so much of this season was Korra beginning to make her own decisions and then like suffering the consequences from them, I guess. So Tenzin being the one to show Korra what she needs to do, that's perfect. That teacher-student relationship that's been built back up in the last part of this season, excellent. Now here's where things started to get a little bit off track for me specifically. I think a lot of people probably really like this, but for me, it just didn't quite feel right to me. Like here's the Tree of Time with all of Korra's memories. Here's a way for Korra to kind of reconvene with who she is. Okay, makes sense. I like it. It's not bad. And when Korra went into that like astral realm with that massive image of her that Aang was in when he was with Guru Pathik trying to master the Avatar state, that was epic. I really enjoyed that. But the notion of Korra trying to bend the energy within herself, I like that notion as well, because like the Lion Turtle mentioned that to Aang, like in the last Airbender, like we're going back to the roots. I kind of like that. But when Korra got really big, that's when I started to go, I don't know if I connect with this as much, because I really didn't know how it was going to come back. It just didn't feel very Avatar. Does that make sense? Obviously it makes sense that Korra needs to be like this big giant ball of energy to fight what Vaatu is. I think it's probably a personal thing for me. Like I'm not a big fan of like the massive like giants kind of fighting sort of thing. I like the bending fights, man. Like Aang versus Ozai. I'm talking the final Agni Kai, all the other fight scenes we've seen with Korra up to this point. So I didn't connect with super large blue spirit Korra that much, but I like where it was taking us. I like that there was that bit of light like within Vaatu, right? And Korra's looking for Rava in there. That's what I did like, and I like that eventually Korra was able to pull that little bit of Rava that was inside Vaatu out. That's what I liked. That's something I thought might happen. And Janora as well, like what exactly did she do? She came down like in spirit form, I guess, and she was this big like ball of light. I don't know exactly what she did. I would have liked that to be explained in some way. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy Jinora had a big moment. Like Jinora being a prominent figure in this season was really nice. Like her growth along with Tenzin and Korra, it was really good. And then we get Rava back. Korra does the thing on Unalaq and Vaatu, and it seems like they're just gone, which is really ironic because the only reason Korra knows how to do that is because of Unalaq. But it seems like it wasn't Rava defeating Vaatu once again, just like with one, it was Korra. So maybe that whole cycle is just over. But Korra is combined with Rava again, and we're going in a very different direction than what all the past avatars have done. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like I like the concept, keeping the portals open so the people and spirits can live together. I think that's great. I think that's exactly where we need to be. I'm glad that's where we are. I remember when Juan closed the portals, he said something about, the time isn't right. Like when humankind are ready to coexist with the spirits, that's when the spirits will come back, the portals will be open again, Maybe this was just it. It had to happen this way, so there was no possibility of Vaatu coming back. At least that's my interpretation of that. But I enjoy that. The fact that it seems like Korra doesn't have a connection to her past lives anymore, I don't like that. That was one of my favorite concepts of the Avatar, like that big connection. I really hope they manage to bring that back somehow in seasons 3 and 4, but I can understand the direction I think they're heading with that. Like if Korra was the last Avatar of that cycle, for instance, and now we're entering a new era. She's no longer the bridge between the worlds. She's allowed the world to coexist together. She can feel the energy of the world shifting, and now as the Avatar still with Rava, it's her responsibility to keep that going, I guess. It does open up some really exciting possibilities for seasons 3 and 4 with the spirits just existing in the world. That's something I'm very happy about and something I was really hoping we'd see. So Tonraq gets to be the chief of the South, which are now independent from the North, but still connected in some ways through the portals, I guess. Bolin and Eska didn't end up working out. I think that makes perfect sense. I couldn't really see that happening. That was a very interesting dynamic. And then Mako and Korra, now that's not ended up working out either. It was a very interesting goodbye, if you will. So in a lot of ways, it's really an opposite ending to season 1, right? I like to think they've left it a little bit more open-ended, if you will. Like, you don't know what's going to happen after this. There's a lot of the characters, what the world's going to look like. My understanding is that season 2 was also ordered as just one season, right? And I think there's a bit of a connection between 3 and 4, but I like to think they were hopeful for a season 3 based on this ending. Season 1, everything felt very final. Everything came full circle. There was almost no open ends. Everything was where it needed to be. And this, it's a little bit the opposite. Like some things are right. The portal's being open. Korra's back with Rava. Relationship stuff has been like sorted out a little bit, but at the same time, it's kind of up in the air. Like now I want to see what this new age is going to look like. What does this mean for Korra as the Avatar going forward? And it's great because I get to watch seasons 3 and 4 and get to see what really happens. And people really talk about seasons 3 and 4. Like I'm going to be in for it. I'm really excited about it. But now this season as a whole, like I said at the end of the episode, now that I have the full picture, I can see why people call this the weakest season. Not a bad season, and granted, I haven't seen seasons 3 or 4 yet, but I can see where people are coming from. The journey all the way up until this episode, though, was a great experience. There were some character things that happened, just like in season 1, I guess. Maybe a little bit more profound in this season, that were just like, I can see why the character did that, but I don't really like it. It's mostly just a lot of the romance relationship stuff. There's always a reason as to why these characters act the way they do, make the decisions that they make. It just adds that little bit of extra drama, and it's just sitting there in your head. Like I'm looking at this season finale, I'm like, these really epic things are happening, but in the back of my mind, I know there's this Korra and Mako thing that needs to happen at the end, But through all of that, the characters, the plot, the story, the pacing, fantastic. I don't have a single thing to fault about that, especially with Tenzin and Korra, man. I think that was written really well right from the start of the series, with Korra turning her back on Tenzin, both of them going off on their own journeys to like discover who they are, and then it all came back full circle with Tenzin being the one to show Korra like, hey, you gotta be yourself, don't try to be anyone else. I really like that message as a whole, and I'm still the kind of person that's gonna give the benefit of the doubt. Endings are really hard. It was really epic, don't get me wrong. Like the scale of things that were happening, the colors, the soundtrack really carried this episode. I'm not gonna lie, it was epic. It was really in your face. It really made you like feel like you were in the moment. I personally just kind of wish they took a little bit of a different route wrapping up the conflict between Korra and Unalaq. That could just be a personal thing for me. I have no idea if a lot of people shared that viewpoint or not. So please leave your comments down below, like how you feel about how this season wrapped up, this season as a whole. Like I said before, it just didn't really feel very Avatar. When I think of all the Avatar experiences I've had up till now, this episode just felt the most separate from that. I think maybe it was lacking a little bit more explanation of what was really happening, or maybe it was trying to be its own thing too much. Like, I'm not a reviewer, right? I wouldn't consider myself a good reviewer. Like, I do a lot of these discussions, a lot of that is reviewing what's going on, but it's more just my personal experience with it. So I can't really delve into a lot of the specifics of why or why not like something is good media. This is just my input, and that is why I watch reaction content. It's why I like doing it, because you get to experience things from other people's perspectives, and this is just how I've experienced this. One of my favorite things from this season though was all the extra attention we paid to the spirits and the spirit world. That's something I thought was lacking in season 1. It's something I really enjoyed in The Last Airbender, and I wish there was more of it in that as well. And the fact that we got to do a little bit of exploring of the world. We got to see like more of the Southern Water Tribe. We got to see the Eastern Air Temple as well, and like a tiny bit of the Fire Nation, but not really. That's something I still want to see more of. That's something I loved about The Last Airbender, that we got to travel the whole world and really see it. Mentions of Ba Sing Se in this season as well. Like, I hope in season 3 we get a bit more of a balance between Team Avatar stuff, the spirit world, and seeing more of the world. That's one of my hopes going into season 3. But I think I'm just about done with that. I'm really going to remember this season fondly for the journey it took me on, just like season 1. And even right up until a good way into this episode, like I was so locked in, I had no idea what was going to happen. That's always an exciting place to be. And this season took me to that place a lot of times. So I appreciate that. And I'll say once again, please leave in your comments your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this season as a whole. Did you have a similar experience to me? Was it completely different? I can definitely see why some people have their favorite episodes of all time in this season, and at the same time I can see why people don't like this season as much compared to season 1 at least. With all that being said, it's going to be time for season 3 now. I'm very excited. Season 3 and 4, like, you can't help but start to form an opinion based on what a lot of you guys are saying, right? And it's just got me very excited for season 3. But I'm going to leave this one here now. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the next season of The Legend of Korra.